Welcome back to the Jank Factory, everybody. I've got some more spoilers for you today. If you remember rightly, we left off with the Fae of Wishes, which is probably the most exciting card I've seen so far. That was with 300 out of 269 spoiled, and I'm going to hit refresh now, and we'll see how many more we've got today. Another 18 cards, so we'll start with the Fae of Wishes back here where we were. Giant Skewer. Black equipment, 2 mana, 1 colorless and 1 black. Equipped creature gets +2/+1, and whenever that creature deals combat damage to a creature, create a food token. It equips for 3. So it works pretty nicely in like the red, green, black food token type deal, or just the green, black food token type deck. I like that. Fortifying Provisions, 3 mana enchantment, and white creatures get +0/+1, and when it enters the battlefield, you create a food token. I could see that running in conjunction with some high alert decks in the future, possibly. Stormfist Crusader. Red and a black for a 2/2 menace human knight. At the beginning of your upkeep, each player draws a card and loses a life. That's actually pretty good. I mean, if you're in the beatdown, you're making your opponent lose life. Yes, they do get a card draw off of it, but if you're fast enough, it's not going to matter. Vantress Paladin, 4 mana, flyer, 2/2, with adamant, enters with a 1/1 counter. Unexplained Vision, 5 mana sorcery, draw 3 cards. If at least 3 blue were spent to cast a spell, scry 3 first. So this is like a worse version of precognitive perception because it has to be at sorcery speed. But if you spend 3 blue, you scry 3, so it's effectively the same thing if you're going to be casting precognitive perception for 5 on your main phase anyway. The main difference is this is 1 blue instead of 2 blue, so it could be a little bit more easily splashed in a deck. The Great Hinge. Okay, so this is the green legendary artifact. 7 colorless, 2 green. This spell costs X less to cast, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. Tapped, add 2 green to your mana pool and gain 2 life. Whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on it and draw a card. I like this a lot more than most of the other ones that we've seen to this point. I could see us running this in like blue-green or green stompy, drop a Krasis or a Voracious Hydra, where you can double up the counters and just get a big creature so you can get this out cheaply, and you can definitely ramp up pretty fast that way, and the life gain is pretty relevant too. Ironcrag Pyromancer, 3 mana, red, human wizard, 0/4. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, Ironcrag Pyromancer deals 3 damage to any target. Okay, that's shoe-in for like a red-blue deck where you're going to be drawing your card main phase, drawing a card off of Opt or Radical Idea or whatever, or on your opponent's turn, Chemist's Insight, and draw your 2 cards there, and then be able to Lightning Bolt whatever at that point too. That's kind of scary, and they'll still have Crackling Drake to work with. So that's a Drake's deck card right there, I bet. Okay, that works pretty good. What about this one? A strange shape to it. Brazen Borrower. 3 mana Fairy Rogue, 3/1, Flash Flying. You can only block creatures with flying. For a colorless and a blue, instant speed, it goes on an adventure. You can return target non-land permanent and opponent controls to its owner's hand. Big tempo card here. Very big tempo card. Being able to do either mode at instant speed is really nice. That's like a 4 of in a lot of decks. That's a card that's probably even going to be seeing some play in Modern. And that artwork is so nice. Oh wow, this is a mythic too. Yeah, no wonder it's ridiculously strong. It doesn't have a mythic feel like, oh, this is a super special card like oh, these aren't even mythic, are they? They're just rare. Like the Great Henge, like Stonehenge, that's a concept that's mythic. Just ballsy blue fairy does not feel very mythic. Fabled Passage, rare land. Tap, sacrifice Fabled Passage, search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. Then, if you control 4 or more lands, untap that land. So, strictly better Evolving Wilds. Late game is even better than that prismatic land, prismatic vista maybe that was printed in Modern Horizons, where you pay a life and put a land card onto the battlefield untapped. I like this a lot. That's going to help fix mana colors in multicolor decks for a while. The Mad Ratter. 4 mana, 1/2 goblin, red. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, create 2 1/1 black rat creature tokens. Okay, so there's definitely a red, blue, black deck coming together where you're just winning off a card advantage. That sounds like it could be fun. Maybe these fit into an 1,000-Year Storm deck to some number of them, possibly. Improbable Alliance. Blue and red enchantment. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a 1/1 blue fairy creature token with flying. 6 mana, 4 colors, a blue and a red, draw a card, then discard a card. Yeah, it's definitely blue-red. Running some black in there so that you can run the rat collar or whatever his name was. So that your rats just get better. Seems good too. That's a pretty legit sealed deck right there if you have those parts, or you can draft for it. Bloodhaze Wolverine. 2 mana red Wolverine, 2/1. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, Bloodhaze Wolverine gets 1/1 and gains first strike until end of turn. So another card that fits into that whole concept there. Mantle of Tides. 1 mana blue artifact equipment. The equipped creature gets +1/+2. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, attach Mantle of Tides to target creature you control. Equips for 3. So if you had this out and you did whatever, Commissioner's Insight or whatever in step, I guess you would still be able to equip this at instant speed since you're not paying the equip cost. Interesting. Here's the last one for the day, most likely. Steel Gaze Griffin. 5 mana, 2/4 Flying Griffin. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, it gets +2/+0. Yeah, they definitely just decided they wanted to throw this whole blue-red deck concept out for sealed play. I like it. Well, that's all the spoilers I've got for you today. Looks like a pretty good day overall, and I like some of the concepts. I'm very happy with the Fabled Passage here, and Brazen Borrower. I like that one a lot too. I seem to just kind of gravitate towards the blue, maybe blue-green. I've always been like kind of a blue-green guy anyway. Simic's always been my guild. Well, thanks for coming by the channel and checking out the spoiler videos today. I hope you had a great one, and I will catch you next time. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Or subscribe if you are, entertained by these videos, you gain some information from these videos, you enjoy the videos, anything like that. If not, dislike, unsub, leave me a nasty comment telling me that I'm terrible at YouTube and I should not do this anymore. I'd love to hear from you either way. Happy magicking.